and welcome. This will most likely be video number 1 of kind of a new playlist series of videos that I plan on doing to not only document my progress, but also to hold myself accountable. So for those of you who have not already subscribed to the channel, I'll introduce myself. Hi, my name is Lena, and I am one half of our channel, Walking Beyond Borders. This is a channel that I do have with my boyfriend, Jason. And the primary reason for this channel was something that we have started as a long distance couple. And it's to document our travel and fun times, local events and things that are happening within our 2 areas. Jason is local to Raleigh, North Carolina, and I am up in Toronto, Ontario, Canada. By no means is this supposed to take over our channel whatsoever, but the purpose of it is to be like a sub playlist within our channel, because our channel is about us, and right now this is a huge part of me. So with that being said, this first video is just to kind of give you a short snippet of what's been happening in my life and with my health in the last, I would say, month to 2 months. And it'll explain why I am on the journey that I'm on. Subsequent videos will be more about what changes have been made, what I'm going through, and just to document things like that. I will say I've teeter-tottered back and forth about doing this. When you talk about anything personal, especially a health journey, it's definitely, it makes you very vulnerable. It puts yourself out there, and, we all know the internet is not always the nicest place. With that being said, I've come to realize that there are other people out there on the internet that just hearing their story has absolutely helped me. And so even if there's one person out there who can relate or is very much in the same kind of situation that I'm in, and I can help them or at least motivate them along the way, or, just inspire each other in a really great community, why not? So here goes nothing. So like I said, the purpose of this first video is just to rewind about to sometime at the end of January and let you know where I found myself, and why I've had to kind of put steps in place to head in the right direction. So end of January, I had thought to myself it was a very long time since I had been to the doctors, and I went for a routine visit. As you know, in those routine visits, part of that is blood work, and long story short, my blood work, my labs, they came back an absolute nightmare. So I'll just say time out for a moment. I'll rewind 4 years from now, or almost 5 years from now. In 2020, I had a set of blood work done then. And at that point in time, I was determined to be pre-diabetic, borderline diabetic, and some changes needed to be made very quickly at that time to try and avoid becoming full diabetic. I made those changes back 4.5, 5 years ago. Lost quite a bit of weight, 70 pounds to be exact. And it did reverse all of the bad lab results that I was getting at that time. Needless to say, and it's no excuse whatsoever, but we all know, and we're all human, life happens and the weight came back on. So here I am. So I'll fast forward now 5 years in the future. Hi, future me. Labs are a nightmare. So now my doctor has told me that it is absolutely no longer a pre-diabetic situation. It is full-fledged type 2 diabetes. Just to put some numbers into perspective, at the time that I did those labs, my fasting blood work was at like a 17. My A1C, which if you're not used to glucose numbers, your A1C is your average of the last 3 months. My average of the last 3 months was up around 12. To put that into perspective, normal people should be under 5. Pre-diabetic is, or I think normal people are up to 5 or maybe up to 4. Pre-diabetes might be like 4 to 6, and then anything above a 6, you're diabetic. So as you can imagine, if your A1C is at 11 or 12, it's terrible. So at that point in time, my doctor had a very hard, tough discussion with me to say, you are in trouble. He absolutely let me know with fasting levels of 17 and an A1C of 12, I was in a very bad state, and without being on any medications whatsoever, I could absolutely see myself becoming extremely sick with a lot of bad side effects and bad circumstances. He was very honest with me in saying that he has saw people end up in the hospital for less sugars than that. He let me know that when sugars are that high, there is absolutely consequences to that. Not only are your blood sugars high, but it can also have very bad impact on things like your liver, your kidney, and your heart. So with that being said, we put a plan in motion very quickly to get me on some medications to potentially help. Aside from medications to help, definitely a referral to an endocrinologist. For those who don't know, an endocrinologist is someone who specializes in diabetic care. That is their specialty. And also, even though I wasn't feeling anything or any side effects or symptoms, he absolutely thought it would be wise to refer me into a cardiologist because of the impacts that high sugars can have to all of these different organs in your body. So needless to say, definitely not the news that I was expecting to hear, especially when you are non-symptomatic and you don't really, you're not showing any symptoms. I guess looking back, the only thing that I can potentially see may have been symptoms that I might have picked up on is potentially extreme thirst and, the frequency of having to go to the washroom to urinate. Those are 2 telltale signs of diabetes, he told me. So that was probably it. But the reason why I ended up there was just that I hadn't really felt well. I kept getting cold after cold and being, sick through the winter time. And he absolutely said to me once he saw my labs, this is why, like, you're absolutely immune compromised because of all this. So with that being said, there's definitely been changes made. At this point in time, I am 6 weeks into everything and just feeling really good about my progress. And that's why I've decided to start this video series. I thought, why not go back to day 1 of getting results that were not ideal. And let's face it, I'm not the only person that this happens to. And I think that this is very relatable to a lot of people out there. So hence why I'm telling you the backstory of everything. I'll most likely stop this video and keep it nice and short and brief and just welcome you to my journey. If you are interested in following along, please give this video a like. In the comments, let me know if this has happened to you. I would love to hear from other people, and absolutely, subscribe to our channel. This is definitely going to be a playlist there. It will probably be every few days that I try and get a video on there, just to talk about how I'm feeling, how I'm doing, and just keeping it real along the way. So please subscribe, stick around. I'd love for you to come along and be on this journey with me. And aside from being on this journey with me, I would love for you to come along for the fun times that myself and Jason have, and check out our travel times, and just become a really, big part of our Walking Beyond Borders family. So thank you so much for watching. If you stuck to the end with me, I really appreciate it. Me and Jason always sign off and say, we'll walk with you later. But in this case, I will say, I'll talk with you later. Thanks.